Right then guys, I wanted to bring a rundown kind of video on my thoughts with respect to the MEG being confirmed to essentially be PG-13 and not rated R. Now, I brought this news to you and I framed it as something which I didn't really mind, to be perfectly honest. I was really surprised with the response, an overwhelming response of people just absolutely hating on it, saying, well then what's the point? Why would you have a shark movie if it's going to be PG-13, etc, etc, etc. And yeah, it really caught me by surprise. But what I wanted to do with this video was actually run down what makes a PG-13 movie and what makes an R-rated movie, because I don't think this film will suffer for it being PG-13. And I also don't think it's going against what they've been marketing it as. So it's really important to note that all of the trailers have marketed it as something which is fun, action, silly cheese, right? That it wasn't marketed as an R-rated horror. It wasn't marketed as bloody, gruesome, gross. It was just a giant shark movie with Jason Statham having a revenge mission. I mean, what about that, when you hear that, makes you go, it's going to be R-rated, it's going to be a horror film. Jason Statham, giant shark. It's going to be a cheesy, fun action movie with some curse words, some blood, some gruesome death scenes that you're probably going to see some stuff of, and that's going to be it. I don't think this film is going to be hindered by it being a PG-13 in the slightest. For it to be an R-rated film, they have to have more than one F-bomb. So, F-U-C-K. You have to have hard drugs. And then nudity. So nudity is an interesting one where they state that realistically you can have topless women in a PG-13, but you can't have full nudity, full naked men or women. But generally speaking, even some full naked women would appear in a PG-13 as well. Titanic, for instance, rated PG-13. You saw everything in that. And then, of course, there's no sex. But why would you expect sex in a movie about Jason Statham fighting a giant shark? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Then you have the violence, and this is the part that everyone is mainly up in arms about. A movie has to be really quite sadistic in its approach to violence to get that R rating. I know a giant shark eating people would, generally speaking, make you go, oh, it's going to be an R-rated, but probably not, because The Dark Knight, for instance, and Lord of the Rings, they're all incredibly violent, but they're PG-13. The movie that everyone holds as a yardstick measurement against shark films, Jaws, was a PG film, and everyone says that this is the measurement by which all other shark films are now compared to, and you're poo-pooing the MEG because it's not R-rated? Well, look, Jaws was PG, not PG-13, it was PG, right? So if they could get away with it, and they could make a film where they showed a shark eating people, and bloody scenes, and generally speaking, not very nice graphic things being shown, a PG-13, you can guarantee they will show some bits and pieces which won't be that pleasant to watch. PG-13 is rated that way because parents are strongly cautioned that some of the material would be inappropriate for children under 13. And as well, this has been pushed on more and more now recently with what they are allowed to show in these films and what they do allow, because society as a whole has accepted more and more. So there you go, guys, that's my rundown. I genuinely don't think the MEG will suffer for it being a PG-13. I think it will still show quite a lot of stuff. I think it will have a lot of gruesome death scenes. I just don't think it will be gratuitous. And like I say, everyone loves Jaws. That's the measurement by which everyone makes it against anyway now. And that was PG. If it was good enough for Jaws, it's going to be good enough for Jason Statham beating up a giant shark. What about that is horror? Nothing. I think this is going to be good. I think it bodes well that it is cheesy, fun action. And the reason why I say this is it needs to appeal to a wider audience to get sequels. But it's also not just that. It's if you were to frame this as something ultra serious on live action, I don't think it would have come across very well. I think framing it in this way, almost like a throwback to 80s action movies, I think is the right decision. I think they have really hit the nail on the head there. But guys, that's my thoughts, and as always, I really do want to hear yours. Like I said, everyone is up in arms, but hopefully, maybe I've changed some of your minds. Maybe. Have a think. Drop your thoughts down below in the comments section. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Stay up to date on all the world of pop culture and movie news. Guys, if you don't follow me on Twitter or Instagram, please do, over at Mr. H Reviews. And coming soon, I will actually have a PO box set up where I will do, some fan unboxing stuff if people want to send me stuff. But guys, as always, I'm Mr. H, and I will catch you in the next video.